All right. Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. Welcome back to the shop. It's glorious Sunday. We're starting to get into the holidays, at least here in the United States we are. Whew. Happened fast. Happened real quick. It's crazy that we're already here, already in December. Unreal. Ooh, let me fix my camera before everyone starts, coming on in, But thank you for being here. We got a lot to talk about. I can't wait to hear from you all because one thing I'm always deeply inspired by is the collective creativity of this community. It's miraculous. I'm just usually flabbergasted by the cool stuff. Hey, and Angie, how we doing, guys? Happy Sunday to you all. But yeah, the creativity of this community is ridiculously cool. So I'm going to start something new, and I'm really excited for it. It's going to happen tomorrow. So tomorrow morning, wherever you are in the world, I hope to starting our mornings together, especially our Monday mornings, because Mondays are tough, right? Mondays are always tough because you're getting back into work, you're leaving the sanctity of your weekend for most people, right? Working that 9 to 5. I don't know what a weekend is, but I hear a lot about it. And I want to start the mornings together, and I want to hear in the comments below what you're working on and what's challenging you. Because when you're working on something, I feel like what you really learn from is the challenge that permeates from the build or the process, whatever you're maybe learning or trying to do. I want to start touching base on that because it's all part of the process. I don't know. This is something I really want to do. So tomorrow morning, we're going to start it up. It's like 8 p.m. here. Oh, so 8 p.m. So you've got to be in Europe somewhere. Chris, are you in you're Western European. Where are you? Yeah, 9 p.m. Okay, so you're more east. I'm slowly trying to understand my time zones. It's a wicked, weird, and interesting, thing. Indeed, I'm learning. I hardly know what time it is usually where I'm at, let alone somewhere else the UK. Ha, knew it. Ooh, BBB is on the East Coast, the UK. All right. So I'm learning, it's a lot of conversions, really. See, it's so funny. If only, hi, Moons. Did you make it home safe? So Moons, speaking of places around the world, you're also a fellow European to a lot of you, and we're stuck on the bus in like -5-degree temperatures. Poor thing. Most eastern side of the UK. Gotcha, Chris. Well, thanks for joining in. Oh, it's so good to have you all. Oh, I love these little check-ins because then I can put my finger on the pulse of this community. And I get to, poor Moons, it's so cold. I know, it's poor thing. Anyways, but I hope you made it home safe. We were having tea time this morning. I got home almost 2 hours later. Oh no. Oh, well, I'm just glad you made it. It was funny, we were in tea time and Moons was communicating through us at the bus stop. And it was cold, cold, cold. Ooh, Copper's got himself something interesting out there. If you don't have a cute animal in your life, maybe make a neighbor or something that's got a cat or something. You got to have cute little animals in your life. So many trains, so many delays. That reminds me of planes, trains, and automobiles. It's American classic during this time of year, especially the American Thanksgiving time. I watched it this year. Best. Such a good flick. I feel like it gets better with time, like a fine wine. Wonder how to make an iron claw. Bees. It's totally doable. I once forged a hand rail, a little a railing where hands, forged iron hands, life-size hands like mine, were holding the handrail. It's in my gallery somewhere. Chris, wait, so you're in the UK and you also watch it? Oh, well, that means it's an international classic at that point. And then they get pulled over by the cop and their car is wrecked as a classic. You are so right. Yeah, sorry, officer, the speedometer's been melted. But I love the bond, right? You know, bonds are so fascinating. You know, usually I'm in here in the workshop, I'm dealing with molecular bonds between unlike materials, different types of steel for Damascus steel, mukunagane for nickel and copper. But what's really cool, hey, Rage. But what's really cool about bonds is they happen with people too. And it brings me back to this community, you know? Just the fact that we can share a bond over oceans and borders, wherever the heck we are in the world, and share a cup of tea together. It's pretty darn neat. It was funny, during tea time this morning, John, one of my, just an awesome guy, mentioned pretty much that, just molecular bonds and the ability for people to do that, to come together. Volador update. We didn't have the meeting to get us up and going. The client's hard to get a hold of, and they're being extra difficult. And hey, James, there's another tea timer right there. It's been hard to get us together. Everyone's been super busy. So right now the Valhalladors are on a little bit of hiatus. And I cannot wait to start them back up because I can't wait to show you the level of awesomeness that is coming down the pipe. Sounds like construction clients. Rage, you know what's up. You know exactly what's up. It's exactly that. It's exactly that. Well, and they're contractors too. You know, so they're kind of doing what I'm doing, but on a much bigger scale. Ooh. Oh. Whew, that was a good one. Felt that in my bones. But honestly, we got plenty of work to do. Like, I have more taproom chandeliers to build. Bless you, thank you. I have more taproom chandeliers to build. There's so much. There's so much to be built. So I'm just trying to figure out, who am I going to next? You know what I mean? I know, poor Moons. It's so true. My goodness. So, but I promise, I'll give you the Valhallador update when it happens. I just can't wait to give you guys the content you all deserve, you know what I mean? I loved your wine bottle chandelier. Oh, I'm so glad you liked that. That one felt so intuitive because that's the way I like to make my art. First of all, circle. But to have that sweeping movement, that one was such a joy to build. That was a great build. I might have to do something again like that. I'm fine now. Got the cattle to cuddle with. Oh, terrific. That makes me so happy. You gotta, like I was mentioning earlier, you gotta have something to cuddle with. Copper dog. There he is. We'll get my furry little animal over here. Come here, dog. Was it nice to have a different medium to use? Are you with the glass? Yeah, copper dog. Come here, copper dog. Yes, it was really interesting. I really want to start getting into glass because then I feel like we could, get so much more going on with the different mediums, the different colors we could do. Sorry, I'm like talking into his ear. Hi, buddy. There he is. That's a good boy. I got my bird here watching. Oh, yeah, you made it. I'm so glad you did. This is where I kind of touch base with the community and see what you want, Like last week, it was great because I asked you guys if you guys wanted, there he is. But I asked you guys a very important question where, do you guys want a lot of content or quality content? And I was so relieved that you guys want quality content rather than me just trying to post every second of the day, He is such a proud, regal gentleman. Glass elephant ear sculpture later, maybe. Oh, a glass. Oh, the ears would make a lovely motif. You're right, James. That would be really cool. I like your iron tree. Ooh. Butterfly base that you made. Yes. So we'll actually have an update video for you guys very soon on that. I just got the proof back from the editor. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be great. It's been a heck of a journey, but I'm so excited to fire up on a new journey. You know, new, bigger, better things. There's always something more exciting to build. So really looking forward to the next thing. Right now, I'm actually working on this sign for a friend. I think I showed you guys an image of it. Anyways, that's going on really well. That's screaming by. Yeah, that'll be done before I know it. And then it's either the Valhalla doors or probably, there's actually a few projects. There's like a bar. Okay, do you all remember the Alchemist Garden sign? With the circle and the inner triangle and all that good stuff. Do you remember that? Oh, oh, got my battleship build going good. Jason, no kidding. Oh, that's so cool. I loved the pictures you shared. And if you don't know that we have a Discord where you can share your amazing works. We got one. It's been cool to see. Ooh, what do you mean? The content you deserve. Oh, it is such a joy and a privilege. You, Catherine, you're the sweetest. No, but like, you all mean a lot to me. You really do. And I want to make sure that you're getting what you need. You know what I mean? So I want to make sure that you have enough content, right? But I'm glad that you want quality over quantity. You know, I don't want to be one of those guys that's just constantly dishing crap out. You know what I mean? Yeah, the triangle. Oh my God. We got into just stitches in tea time, early, just like half an hour ago, talking about this very specific triangle. It's the Rouleau triangle, I believe. And it's so important. Oh yeah, thank you, Casey. Here, let me show you. Let me grab some stuff. Let me grab a couple things. Hang with me. Okay. I was actually doing a little bit of doodling on my desk earlier. Like, you know, just like sacred geometry style stuff, but it's in here, right? It all spawns from sacred geometry. And this is the way I like to doodle, is just grab yourself a compass, and it's all within ratios of each other. It's a matter of ratios and not measurements. And I love that. I'm actually thinking about designing myself a tattoo now that I'm addicted to tattoos. And it's this kind of, I'm still working on it, but pretty much the bare principles of commission, of work. Oh yeah, this is easy. This is just all done by like straight edges and compasses. Yeah, it's easy stuff. Full Metal Alchemist sigils, totally. It's so funny because anything in fantasy and stuff that's usually arcane, they took from a lot of these really cool geometric principles that are so beautiful. And when I see them nowadays, it's just like the coolest thing. They are so addictive. Chris, 100%, bud. Let me grab something. Okay, wait, let me set her down before I crush my cup or something like that. Let me put a little doodad in the doodad, in the dibbly doo. A little bit of soapstone here. Let me get my adjustment. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Bear with me. I can't freehand anything. That's okay. You don't have to freehand anything with a compass and straight edge. That's the beauty of it, you know? Just trying to clean this thing up. Let's see if we can do this real quick. Real quick, like. So it's just 3 circles, right? Right now I have 2 circles. And then wherever they intersect, you then put your compass down. And look at here. Boom. We made it. Oh. It's hard to do backwards. Never done this before, but here we are. See that triangle? That triangle right there? That's the shape. It is one of my favorites. You can't see it. I have already written on this darn thing. But it's the rounded triangle. Kendall just freehand drew it in some art that she was sharing. And I pointed it out as like one of my favorite and obsessive shapes. For me, circles are everything. It's everything. It's such a big part of my work. All of my work starts as a circle, and then redundancies and reverse engineering then cascade afterwards. But that today in tea time with the patrons, that shape came up, and what a beautiful one it is. Yes, the Celtic triangle. Yes, exactly. That's sacred geometry. Yes, it's all geometry, guys. Okay, wait. Let me see here. You guys are gonna get me wound up. So, oh my gosh, I'm running out of soapstone. Not now. There we go. Okay. So, 3 circles, right? Oh my gosh, I'm just too antsy. Here we go. 3 circles, and wherever they intersect, you do it again, right? So there we are. Well, you continue to do that. You continue to do that. So anytime anything intersects, you put the pivot of your compass. Oh my gosh. It works much better when you have yourself like a center punch, so you can just kind of rest it in there. But yes, the Celtic style triangle, that's all part of sacred geometry. And what's cool about it is it's very unifying. Sacred geometry transcends all cultures because it's been a part of humanity forever. You can find it in every continent. My gosh, it's everywhere. People would find 2 points, and then wherever they would intersect, they would draw a compass form from it, and then just do that forever. It's just the best. And what's cool is I feel like if there was ever a time to appreciate all the things that unify human beings, it's now, baby. But yeah, looky here. So it all spawns from that. This is the flower of life. And not that I get too hippy-dippy in the whole thing. And if you do, more power to you. But I just appreciate how unifying it is across humanity. It's been there forever. And it's such an interesting, such a fascinating shape. And, you can start getting really deep into it because it's very fractal, much like the innumerable molecules that bind our beautiful world together. So whenever I'm building something, whenever I'm designing something, it's all built upon the principles that surround us. I mean, come on. How wonderful. I don't know. I get a little passionate about these types of things. Yes, bingo. It sounds complicated, but it's really not. It's almost like learning just the basic principles, and then you got it. Here, let's do this. There we go. Oh, you don't even need look at this. Look what's happened. You don't even need a compass. You can do it with a coffee mug. Look at us. Free-forming. Yeah, you just need circles. That's why circles are the king of shapes. But not as well, because it's not perfect. It's got to be perfect. But we'll get it as close as we can. As long as we bisect the center, close enough. What is this? Are you making anything Christmas themed? Ooh. So I have an online apprenticeship, right? And last year, for December, I taught them how to make lovely copper ornaments, and that was a blast. That was so much fun, and I loved that process. This year, I taught them how to make my style of candle holder. Requires drawing out bar, a drift kind of golden ratio up the center, and then So there's been some Christmas themed stuff. I love this time of year, and not that religious by any sense of it, but I love how I love traditions, and people getting together and doing all that good stuff. A bit of a humanist, just when the goodness of people kind of can overcome any situation, like that's where I like to be. It's the best. This is fun. There's not enough of that, but you can then get into fun detail like the clock that I'm supposed to build for the Valhalla that just oozes with this style stuff. You know what I mean? Chris, unfortunately, I don't have any tools or space. Yeah, also really expensive. Chris, totally. I totally understand. And there's no rush. You can always get into a trade that you can build in like in your situation. But as long as you are able to be creative, because being creative is a part of being a human being. I've said it a million times, and I said it today in tea time, and we were really kind of getting into that. But being creative, like you don't have to be a full-time artist or anything like that to be creative. And I'm starting to realize not enough people know that. So I'm seeing a hole not being filled, right? So I'm going to start something up. I don't think I'm supposed to tell you about it because it's kind of down the line a little bit. But I'm thinking about restarting up something that we did before, and start having like guests and just talking about like everybody else's creative process to try and. I know. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to be a tease here. I'm really trying not to, but I'm really excited to start proving to you all that you are creative and that you should create at whatever level that you want, because just by being a human being, you are an artist. Like that's what separates us. That's what has separated us. That's why we take a helicopter over the animals in the Serengeti, right? Like that's what makes us us. Is we make tools and we tell stories and we pass down knowledge through generations and we get better and better. And I really want to compel others to allow themselves to be creative. I'm starting to realize that needs to happen more often than not. So I'm going to be here for you, dang it. And I won't take no for an answer. It's going to be fun. So I'm really excited for some really good, very positive stuff coming down the line. Not just me building things, but conversational stuff, ideals, principles, and self-disciplines to propel you all forward if you want to take it in that direction. You know what I'm saying? Did that make any sense? I make no sense a lot. And that's okay. Chris, see you. Hey, take care. Thanks for stopping in, partner. Oh, this is great. I'm so grateful for this community because I know how much I benefit. I get so much like gratitude from, feelings of gratitude from being able to share the same space with all of you. And I've been hearing from a couple other people that they share it too. That's the best thing in the world. I'm trying not to miss comments here. I'm glad I stopped in. Oh, Rage, heck yeah. I missed the Sunday chats. I look forward to more. Oh, absolutely. Oh, Max, I finally have enough money to afford your Patreon. Oh, well, please don't put yourself in a bad way, obviously. But we can't wait to have a conversation with you. Every Sunday morning, we have tea time together. And the crew is going to be overjoyed to meet you. Oh, that's incredible. Sunday chats are so fun. Well, I'm so happy. Life-changing truth, says Catherine. So Catherine, I'm going to put her on blast a little bit. So Catherine is an incredible school teacher here in the United States that actually found all of us through the Creative Workshop. And also, what a funny thing to find me on, because that I felt like was a very small blip in concerning my body of work. And we were talking about the creative process, that inner critic, all of that good stuff. Oh, cool. God, this is the best. So, but Calvin was telling me, like, this is like kind of life-altering stuff, is when you allow yourself to be creative and push others to be creative in such a positive way. Like, I don't know why we're not doing this more. Because creative people, and everyone's creative, they isolate, or at least they isolate that part of themselves. They don't want to be seen as eccentric. Could you imagine? It's so sad. You hide such a beautiful thing from the world if you don't show everyone how beautifully creative you are. And I really want to compel everyone to let that seep out a little bit more. Because my most favorite people in the entire world were not afraid to be a little eccentric. So let's normalize that a little bit. I got rid of an old subscription for a game. Oh, well, there you go. It's time for a new chapter. Well, I cannot wait to be a part of it, my friend. How wonderful. Oh, you guys are getting me so inspired. Getting me full of fire. But that's what we do. That's what we do. We light a nice little campfire under each other's butts and we get to creating. Jason, I did, and thanks people yourself. Oh, I really got working on my art. Jason, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, because it's so utterly fulfilling and it's challenging. And I feel like if something's hard but rewarding, that's where a lot of magic happens, especially when it comes to your mental health, when it comes to being the best person to those who surround you. It's great. Unisolating yourself is a hard thing to do. Shoot, just 2 years ago, I was just a kooky guy in a tiny workshop working by myself, and that was it. Now I get to share some of that with you, and I'm so excited to hear what you're building. Start pulling each other out of the darkness a little bit and celebrating creativity. It doesn't get much better. Super excited, especially this time of year. The town in which I live, also great grammar. Town in which I live, an eccentric call. So you guys have a town eccentric named Richard? I love it. He makes his own clothes and rides around on a penny farthing. He's awesome, right? And everyone knows in his penny farthing, as it backfires its way through the road, he's awesome and probably beloved in your community. Why not? It's clearly working for people. Lean into it. Lean into your eccentricities, your idiosyncrasies, right? Is that even a word? Well, it is now. Start leaning into that, because I feel like, we all deal with, bouts of depression, unworthiness, all sorts of weird, mental health speed bumps that hit us along the way, right? We all deal with it. Luckily, not always at the same time, so we can kind of be there for each other, you know what I mean? But where was I going with this? Oh, but I feel like that happens when you like John was saying today during tea time, when you feel alone, when you don't have community to share with, and when you're not able to express your full self. So here's to expressing your full self, and we're going to get you there. We're going to get you there, especially with the new stuff that's coming down the line. I'm so excited to share it with you all. So just stay tuned. You know what I mean? Man, I'm going to be wound up for the next week after this. My goodness. Oh, yeah. And then look forward for tomorrow morning. We're going to start a new channel new little tradition. Farewell, everyone. Max's voice. Yeah, apparently I got like a voice thing. I don't hear it. Yeah, Dova, we're going to start something new. We're going to start something new, a weekly tradition, just to start the week on the right foot. Where we could all share what we're working and building. It'll be fun. But I will leave you here. I'm going to get back to all stuff. Oh, actually, here, right after this, I'm going to a gingerbread house making party. How fun. Speaking of being creative and just being silly, let yourself, just creating just for the sense of creation. The best thing you can do. It's the best. especially if you have some young ones in your life. Make something with them. It'll probably be going live at probably like 5 or 6 a.m. Pacific time, my time. So it'll be in the morning. I'll make sure it's in the morning. Maybe if you're like in Eastern Europe, it might still be later in the day. I'll do my best. I will do my best to get bright and early, and give yourselves like a nice little short, just to start the week off on the right foot. But I'm gonna go, get my tool bags on and start up a gingerbread house. But in the meantime, everyone be good to each other. Don't forget to love love each other, and always love you guys. But happy Sunday. Take care, James, and I'll see you in the Minecraft server. All right, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.